Okay, my camera is literally balancing on that, so it might fall off. Better not smash, swear down. Okay, so I feel like this is going to be including one of my vlogmases because it's gonna take so long to answer the questions, and I do want to answer pretty much majority of them. I'm traveling to London tomorrow, pretty much like 3 hours, lugging suitcases around, trying to find a hotel. I'm going to be on my own in a hotel room, so I feel like it's just going to be a boring vlog, so I'm going to pop this in here to act as one of my vlogmases. Then you'll see me going on a Pretty Little Thing night out in Manchester. So, okay, I've got my tea. You got yours? I'm spilling the tea. I want to answer these questions as well as I can without being too in depth, because obviously me and Alex, we do have a private life, and you know, every relationship isn't hunky-dory, and people are going to mess up and things are going to happen. I feel like me and him should basically do a podcast one day about the difference between the way women see relationships, dating and seeing each other, and how men see it. So let's jump in. Okay, first question is pretty out there. So how did you meet Alex, and when did you first sleep together, like actually intimate? So, right, I've got to tell you like a tiny little background story. I am probably quite, I don't know how to say this nicely, but like frigid. It takes a lot for me to sleep with you, and I haven't slept with a lot of people at all. And I normally am so picky. I've never had a one night stand. I just don't feel comfortable doing anything like that. Obviously, you know, do you? My friends do it. I'm not ashamed of people doing it at all. If I wanted to do it, I'd do it. Alex and I, we met through Theo, who was also on Love Island. I DM'd Alex. I slid in his DMs, which... he was single, I was single. I literally just said hi. Me and him had been Facebook friends for a couple of years previous, and I had no idea that we were even Facebook friends. He had liked a few of my photos. Didn't even know that even happened. So yeah, so I slid in his DMs, I just said hello. He took like ages to reply. Maybe me and him will do a video on this, but we had met up previously. We met up like friend date. It was like me, him and my mate in London. We just went for brunch, and then we went out maybe a couple of weeks later on a night out. And this is gonna sound so bad because I am not this person, but yeah, we ended up sleeping together after a night out. But we'd already been speaking a month previously. We'd already met up, and then it was 2 weeks later, and then literally the next day we went on our first date. So like our first proper date, just me and him. So I feel like it's turned into something. That would have been my one night stand otherwise. And to be fair, I did take it as a one night stand. I came away with my friends like, oh my god, I really like him, but because he had just like really come out of Love Island. You just feel like a guy in that frame of mind probably isn't looking for a relationship, even though we had that discussion. But men do lie, and I'm a very skeptical person, and I think all men lie to me. Just from previous experiences. So sorry I keep pulling my hair, it's really annoying me. I'm just gonna go get a grip because it's gonna actually piss me off. This is gonna be a bloody long video, I can tell you that. So yeah, so we slept together pretty quickly, and to be fair, my mom was so annoyed with me. I was so excited, I literally rang up everyone. Not even joking, the first time I met him, I told my friends I'd marry him. I was that like smitten. He could have told me to do whatever and I would have done it. Now it's not the case. How do you handle girls constantly drooling over Alex? So I don't. I would say I'm pretty like insecure where that kind of side of things are, I guess. Me and Alex had a rocky start, I would say, like, and ever since then, because I didn't trust anyone before, and I had like issues and insecurities before I met Alex, it just like made it worse. I'm such a girl code type of person. Like I stick by girl code. I believe in girl code. Like I am girl code. So I feel like, you know, if I see a boyfriend cheating on the girlfriend, I will tell that girlfriend. If a guy is with someone, I would never DM them. I would never try and chat someone up if they're with someone else. And I feel like me and Alex have such a public relationship that girls DMing him is so rude. Like, you girls that think you're getting away with it, I see those DMs. If he's with me, he'll like bring it up, because loads of people DM him for fitness, so he'll bring it up and I'll see girls DMing him and I'm like, who's that? Like, I like to be aware of it, because I feel like if I'm aware of it, then I just feel like I know about it. And you, like, girls, I see you in his DMs when he's clearly got photos of me on his Instagram and stories. And I just feel like it's absolutely bizarre to me that girls are that sly. And we've had so many things like happen when I'm with him in clubs. Girls will be all over him. Like, we had this one girl literally twerking. Right, me and him was sat here, so say this was me and he was here. This girl was literally like this, like twerking in his face and looking at him to be like, hello, notice me. And you could see everything. Like, I could see what colour her knickers were. It was mad. And that's when I'm there, so I literally don't even want to know what it's like when I'm not there. So yeah, I do get really insecure about that. The only thing I have to say is you just got to sit back and worry. Like, that's what I do. I feel like, right, with relationships, and especially mine, girls are so quick to DM Alex and touch him when they see him and get close to him. But if that was the other way around and I was doing that to their boyfriend, they would go mental. Yet I'm supposed to sit back and accept it because we're in the public eye. And like, that doesn't sit well with me. Any of you, and I mean any of you, would hit the roof if a girl was trying to DM your boyfriend. Like, this is what mind boggles me. I don't understand it. It literally mind boggles me. I don't think Alex would cheat on me, but it's girls being manipulative and really trying it on. Like, they try it on, really try it on, and it just pisses me off. Like, honestly, if I could meet these girls in person, whew. Are you as confident in yourself as you portray on social media? No, not at all. This is a mask. Like, when this is work for me. So I feel like in my vlogs and like videos like this, you get to see the real me. In makeup and stuff, you don't. I'm confident in my makeup, I'm confident in my work ethic, I'm confident that way inclined, but I'm not super confident. I have lots of insecurities, and I have a past. Everyone has a past, but I have a big past. I have confidence books, I read them all the time. Like, I see like a therapist and stuff. So I try and be better, but yeah, I'm not as confident as what I seem online. I'm not really insecure. I'm not, you know, I'll go out of the house with no makeup on and I will wear a bikini wherever and not feel insecure about that side of me, but I'm insecure in other areas. Worst breakup. I've only ever had 3 I wouldn't even class one of them as a boyfriend, but 3 relationships in my whole life, Alex being the 4th. So I haven't really had a messy breakup. I've had a guy that strung me along for like 7 years. So there's that. You are perfect in every way. I'd love to have a friend like you. You seem such a lovely person. Oh, thank you, Alice. You're so cute. Favourite physical feature on Alex? I love his arms. Like, I feel like I love it when he like hugs me from behind. Like, I love his arms. But then also the first thing that drew me into him was his eyes. When I was looking at them, I was like, he was talking to me and I didn't even listen to anything he was saying. I was just thinking, he has like really nice, like soft eyes. Like, he looks at you really intently and just like really soft, and he just looks like a gentle giant. So yeah, I feel like his eyes are... What age was you when you first had sex? I was 16 when I lost my virginity. You do stupid shit when you're younger, okay? You have regrets. Suffer from mental health. My family abandoned me, but you make my day so pretty. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Yeah, so when I was younger, when I was about 15 years old, I suffered with ME. If you don't know what ME is, it's chronic fatigue syndrome. I probably won't get into it in this video because it's quite a lengthy topic. I still get it now, not as near as bad as when I was younger. I was pretty lucky that I got it as a child because you are more likely to grow out of it when you become an adult. I still get it now, and I can have really, really bad like days. I get side effects with it, but yeah, that physically and mentally just had an effect on my physical and mental health. And then yeah, I had a situation happen 4 years ago, and that literally destroyed me. And it's taken 4 years. I'm still not fully over it or like moved on from the situation, but it has taken 4 years to kind of start moving on with my life. Are you planning on moving in with Alex? Yes, we have spoken about it. It's probably going to be something we will look into more next year. It's really hard because obviously we're like 6 hours away. We are literally opposite ends of the country, so it is really hard, and I think we'll make a compromise and we'll both move away from the areas that we live, just so it doesn't have any resentment on the other person. You're not going to have arguments and be like, I moved all the way here for you. So I feel like that's probably the best thing to do. We both want to move nearer to London for work-wise, so yeah. Did you like school? No, I fucking hated school. Absolutely hated school. People are such... Most painful part of your life? I probably won't go into details about that one. Most expensive thing you've had done to you? My nose job. Cost me $8,000. Was worth it though. Worst rejection. There's some tea. Okay, so I doubt he'll be watching this video, but literally I pined, and I don't know why, but I pined after this guy for like 7 years from, well not 7, well yeah I guess 7 years. I had boyfriends in between, but like 7 years, went to school with him, literally like on and off. I was literally a doll on a string, and he would string me along, cut off ties, and then like 3 months later, if I was moving on, he'd come back around, pick me back up, cut off ties, see you later, bye bye now. 3 months later, see me in a club. Yeah, so I was just constantly like trawling after him, and he just didn't want me. So that was the worst rejection. That hurt. I think I cried every single time. So every 3 months I would cry for like a week. It's mad. When you look back at it now, you're like, why was I that bothered about them? It's funny, isn't it, when you look back at exes? What's the hardest thing you've overcome in your relationship? So I think, like I said, in the beginning it was pretty rocky. Like I said, it was in the beginning, so it was like a year ago, and it was that dating, seeing each other phase that guys and girls have different opinions on. I just think if you both really love each other, and you're both, say, okay, for instance, obviously if Alex was to cheat on me, plain right and simple, I would just disregard him. I'd block his number. I probably wouldn't even have a conversation. I just hate, I probably would, I'd probably go mental, but I feel like I would try not to have a conversation. I would literally just cut him off. I'm just a bit like that sometimes. So if he was to cheat on me fully, I'd be like, see you later, bye bye now. I can't remember where I was going with this. Oh yeah, so obviously then I'd be like, bye bye. But if it's like little things that can be worked on, if you communicate with each other and the other person really takes on board your feelings, and they see it from your point of view, and they see that it's wrong, and they'll never do it again, and they don't do it again, then great, you can move forward. And yeah, it's going to take some time, but you will eventually move forward. Your girl's point of view is every single time they do something, or, you know, for me it's like when he's out, I get really insecure and I feel really emotional that night, but I have to remind myself that he hasn't done anything, like he's not going to do anything, even though I have that worry. From Alex's point of view, he doesn't, like, feel like guys don't really have the same brain as us girls, so they see it as they're not going to do anything that night, so they don't understand why you're getting like upset or anxious or worried, because they know they're not going to do anything. So that's the two point of view on the situation. So until you've communicated your thoughts and feelings and blah blah blah, you can't really both understand and then move on. So as long as you have an understanding and you have boundaries, and they don't take you for a ride, and they don't, you know, go out of their way to maliciously hurt you, then yeah, I think you can overcome pretty much anything in a relationship if you're both willing to do it. Body count, so I'm guessing that means how many people I've slept with, and it's 3, including Alex. Oh yeah, actually I forgot to tell you, my worst dating experience is probably the guy I was dating last summer. It was hell, like awful. Not the summer that's gone, but the summer before. Like, he was just the worst. narcissistic asshole. Are you and Alex in it for the long haul? I hope so. I mean, I don't really get into relationships, and I was literally anti-men before I met him. I feel like Alex is definitely the closest guy I've ever been with that's near to like my tick box. So everything about him pretty much is tick, tick, tick. There's a couple of things that we had to tweak, and I'm sure he's the same with me. I'm sure I've done a couple of things that, like, I'm an angel though, just putting it out there, I am an angel, but I'm sure I do a couple of things that probably annoy him a little bit. Not that I think we've had a conversation about it, but anyway, so yeah, he's the nearest guy to like my perfect. But I feel like, you know, guys when my age, and you're meeting guys, like, they're young, they're 24, like they're not as mature as what you would want them to be yet. But I feel like I see potential in Alex, and I feel like if I guide him the right way, yeah, we could have a massive future together. What is your advice on people struggling with their self-esteem? Like, one, I would say, like, confidence books are great. I find going to see a counsellor or a therapist to really, really help. I feel like, you know what, if there's someone on social media that makes you feel shit about yourself, so like I unfollowed a couple of the Kardashians and Jenners just because every time I'd see their posts I would feel shit about myself, and I'd be like, oh, I wish I looked like that, why does my body look like that? So I actually unfollowed them, and it has helped massively because I just don't see that every single time I'm scrolling online. So it's really hard and it takes time, and I feel like you really need to work on it a lot. Like, a lot of people who work on it for years and years and years to get to being comfortable in their own skin. Yeah, I hope that's helped a little bit. Do you think that there is pressure on us women to lose our virginity young or not? No, not at all. I feel like it's your body, you're the CEO of your own body, it's up to you. Don't let anyone pressure you into anything. I wish I would have waited. I waited until I was 16 because I wanted to make sure that, like, I was old enough to make that decision. I didn't want to feel pressured. I feel like I rushed into it a little bit quickly because he was older, and I felt like at the time that I should do that because I felt like it was the right thing to do at that age. Have you and Alex ever had a real big argument? Yes. Like, I drive him mad sometimes and he drives me mad sometimes. Like, it's gonna happen. I've, like, ignored him for a few days straight as well. I can be quite petty sometimes. Opinion on long distance relationships. I have to say I don't think I would do it again. I like it. There's pros and cons, okay? So the pros are I can get on with my work. I do so much more work when he's not around. I like having my own space. I love my own company. I love living on my own because from where he shaves his beard, I don't have all the hairs around the sink. I don't have towels unfolded and just shoved on the radiator. Cons would be it's stressful at times. Like I said, like, my insecurities when he goes out. So I find that stressful because it's not like he can come home to me. I suppose communication, and like when I'm feeling anxious or upset, sometimes I just want like a cuddle and I'd want to have a conversation with him face to face about how I'm feeling, whereas we've got to do it by text if he's busy, or FaceTime, which is, it's just not the same. Obviously I love spending time with him, like he's like my best friend as well as my boyfriend, so I would prefer to spend more time with him. Money, like, it's so expensive. Long distance relationship is so expensive. So travel for me, like, I had to pay £200 last time to get a flight, 6 hours, like, no, 1 hour, but 6 hours to drive. Literally £200 just to fly there, let alone like having money to like go do stuff over there, because there's no point not seeing each other for 3 weeks and then just sitting at home and doing Netflix and chill for a week straight. So yeah, money is so expensive. Travel is so expensive. So was your first time special? Not at all. Not at all. Have you and Alex ever had a breakup? Yes. And then I instantly regretted it. And then he ignored me for a day. I mean, I deserved it, but yes. But yes, I did. So he did something and it really fucked me off. So yeah, we have. Have you ever had beef with a beauty influencer? I would say I've never had beef personally. People have had beef with me though for like some strange reasons, and I really don't know why. Like, I feel like I always get caught in the middle of something even though I haven't done anything. It's something so silly. Like, for instance, I'm not going to say names, but I went to a hairdresser that someone so-and-so goes to, and the hairdresser dyed my hair khaki green. No joke, I've got proof and photos, and it was expensive. I think it was like £350. Anyway, this woman couldn't fix my hair before a photo shoot, so I asked her if I could have like a refund or a partial refund so I can go somewhere else to fix it before I had a shoot. Anyway, she like made up something that I said, do you know who I am? Like, give me my money. I would never say that. All my friends laughed when I told them that, because I would never think to say like, do you know who I am? I got called a fangirl once. I am such a fan of a lot of my friends, like Jade Pierce, Cece, Rachel. Like, I will go up to them and be like, I fucking love your videos. Like, I love how you edit this. I always tell Jade she's beautiful. Like, I'm such a root for my friends, so I am such that person. So I feel like that person just like didn't, either was trying to be bitchy and trying to make me look stupid or something, I don't know. But you can call me a fangirl if you want. I'll be like, yes. Like, I'm sorry, if I compliment you, that's not me fangirling, that's me like appreciating you and your beauty. Like, I don't understand how that was fangirling. And anyway, even if I was a fucking fan, okay, I've helped towards your career, so you should be thankful that I'm a fangirl. You know what I mean? See what I mean? We've helped you in your way to success. And I feel like any influencer that's rude to fans shouldn't be on their platform. All of these questions are all about Alex, and I feel like I've kind of answered them. Right, I think we're going to end it there. Thank you for all the questions. It was mainly relationship questions, which is fine. I don't mind being open and honest. Like I said, if you guys do want to see me and Alex talk for like a podcast or something, let me know, and we could definitely do it when I see him next. I think it would be really cool just to see like two people's perspectives on the same situation. Anyway, I'm gonna leave this video here. I feel like I've answered most of your questions that were asked, and they were all pretty much asking about me and Alex. I hope I've answered them in the right way, and if Alex, you're watching, I hope I was okay and I didn't say anything to piss you off. And his mum's gonna be watching probably, so I just think honesty is the best policy in a relationship, and something that might be insignificant to you could be a massive deal to the other person. So what I may think is a big thing, Alex may think is just so silly and stupid, but as long as that person understands why you think it is a big thing, then yeah, I feel that you can work on it. Anyway, I'll see you in my next video. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you in tomorrow's vlog. See you later. Bye bye now.